Good evening. I am Beth Dunkerson, and I am going to go over home parties, what to do, and how to prepare start to finish. This is a little different than what we're used to. Everybody in Younique liked the idea of signing up because they were online parties, social media. But obviously a lot of it's been flooded socially, so sometimes now we need to look outside the box, and we need to look for other ways to get business, get leads. And you are by no means required to do home parties. I know there's a lot of people that still do online. I still do some online. I still post in all my groups. I get sales, but I really like going outside the box, and I find home parties, you get a lot of really good sales, and you get a lot of good local people that you can get to sign up under you as well. So let me see. We are going to jump right in, and I got a lot of my stuff typed up, but I ran out of time because I actually did a training this weekend, and I started to add more stuff in, and I never got finished. But that's okay because I know what I want to say. I just didn't get it typed up. But there's a lot of information to cover, and I'm going to try and do it quickly. When you are pre-planning for a party, there are going to be some things that you want to do. Um, you want to gather as many projects as, or products as you can to show how they work. Basically, if all you have is a presenter's kit, you've got a lot of items to be able to work with and be able to share with the people. So don't worry. If you are brand new and all you have is your presenter's kit, you're good. You're golden. But if you obviously have been able to collect more things, that's awesome. I'll be honest. I do a lot of events. I do a lot of in person, one on one. I do some office parties. I do some home parties. So I do a mixture. But basically, I have one set that is kind of like my example set. And I always carry it to events, but I hardly ever take anything out at events. I only do certain things at events. For home parties, I want to go through as many things as possible. And you want your presentation to be with about 45 minutes to an hour. If you're finding that you're going through too fast, it's usually because you're talking too fast because you're nervous. So you need to learn how to slow it down a little bit. Second thing, this is my way that I do it. I go to the dollar store and I buy about 10 to 20 beauty products that don't look too cheap, but they work as beauty products, but they're not necessarily, nothing that we would sell in Younique. And excuse me if I cough a couple times. I am getting over a cold. I feel much better. So I'm talking about scrubbies, ponytail holders, mirrors, just little things that we don't necessarily sell but are nice as little beauty add-ons. I make some cute, well, you can do this one of two ways. I make some cute sheets up that say wish list at the top, and they have lines for ladies to fill them in. And I try and make them small, and I get those little um, clipboards, and I have pens, and you're going to reuse a lot of this stuff. So, and I'll get into that a little deeper. You can also download the order sheets that Younique has actually printed recently for us or made up for us. And I know I have that in our team page, and it's also in the presenters only pop group if you need to find it. And I think they have it in all the different languages so far. If you can afford it, have a mascara on hand for every woman attending the party. I know that's not always possible, But if you can, that you're pretty much assured of almost a mascara sale at least from every woman who attends. So that's kind of almost a given. And so I like to have it on hand, because if it's not on hand, they're a little less anxious to buy it. When it's right there, they want it right then and there. They can also try it on at the party too, so that makes it fantastic. Have some lip glosses, liners, or pigments to give away for booking a party. The best way to buy this kind of stuff is to use your own Y-Cash or half price to buy some collections and break them up and give them away. I do that quite often. I'll buy, say, a big set of liners, eyeliners, and I'll half price it, and you know, or I'll use Y-Cash. I'll get my 30% for being an elite. I also get paid an extra 5% off of my circle sales, blah blah blah, So basically I get the price down pretty low. I think I've figured it out that I can actually end up buying eyeliners for about $6 or $7 each, and that's a cheap thing to be able to give away in order to get a whole nother party. So we'll get into how you work that into your party too. And that's where the next part comes in. Have 3 necklaces on hand. They can be the Mardi Gras necklaces if you want to reuse them over and over again. If not, if you want to make it part of the actual prize, buy some of the paparazzi necklaces. Paparazzi has them for $5 each. They come with the necklace, and they even come with a set of earrings. Paparazzi is another direct sales company. Find one in your area. They're really good to use for incentives for your teams too. So, and it's nice to know other direct sales people. You can help each other try and keep on top of events. I'll find out about other events, through other direct sales company people that I see at a lot of the places. You want to get black tablecloths. If you have white or another color, that's fine. But honestly, I think black, they show up the best on black. All of our products. You want to get, bring a table or use their table. That's fine. If they have a good kitchen table or a nice table, a buffet table, something, just find out from them first, because you're going to need the whole thing. That's the only thing. Get some cute things at Hobby Lobby. I go to the clearance section, buy stuff. I've bought little silver platters from the Dollar Tree. Yes, seriously. I buy the plate chargers from Hobby Lobby for a couple bucks each, and I reuse all this stuff, so they're great. What else any kind of decoration? I bought something at Hobby Lobby or after Christmas, so it was on clearance. I think I got it for like 25% of the original price. It was this cool, like, little stand decoration thing with gems on it. And it served no purpose except that it gives height to my table, and it just looks pretty. And it's kind of like a seasonal thing. It's not red or green, so I can use it year round. The gems are actually clear. So just little things like that. Christmas time, I got little mini Christmas bulb lights with sparkles all over them, and I kind of like mixed them in with the pigments. I got that idea from Christy Grubbs and Keisha Tisdale, and I use it, and people just love it. Just those little extra touches. Don't spend a fortune. Go to places, get stuff on sale, and you can build it too. Like, I still go and check out stuff and buy it and add it to my stuff. You don't have to do it all at one time. You can start with real basic. Okay. Before the party starts, explain to the hostess that you will be recruiting presenters from the party. This sets the stage. Now, other people will tell you don't try and recruit at the party. If the hostess really isn't interested in doing it, don't push this point to, if they start getting nervous, tell them, you know what, I won't recruit at the party until after the sales are done. Then I will talk to the people. But if you can, tell them, I can actually recruit for you if you sign up. If you sign up before the party, or before we at least put the party into the computer, you can make the commissions. You can make get the people signed up under you, so they already have a team that's building right from that night. It's pretty awesome. But not only that, I know that makes people nervous, like, oh my gosh, I just gave away these sales. Don't be nervous. You just built 2 generations underneath yourself in one party. That is amazeballs. Okay? I just can't begin to explain to you. The way you make the leveraged money, the big bucks, is by building teams. So if you can build a team on a team right there at one party, that's amazing. If you could get the hostess to be comfortable enough. I mean, that's going to be, how well do you know her, blah, blah, blah. Obviously don't push, go by feeling. If you think you can do it, do it. If not, it's no big deal. It's kind of like if they actually signed up, it would be their launch party is what it would be. So that's all you're doing. You're just turning their party into their launch party. All right. And see, that's what I was saying. Let her know if she joins, she earns the commission. She'll be already starting her team. I've already put that in. That means you are built. See, I went through it and I didn't even realize I had it on there. Don't think about the commissions you lose. Think about the long term. All right. These are some examples of some events that I've done or some of our people on the team have done. The one on the far left was actually a bridal show I just did a few weeks ago with a couple of team members. I have to admit, that tablecloth was not ours. I do not recommend brown, and obviously you could see why. Black would have shown up much better. I didn't bring my black tablecloths because I had been told that black tablecloths would be provided, and we got there and they were brown. So my advice to you is take a tablecloth just in case. Now, if you see the big presenter's kit in that same picture on the right, look at the thing that's kind of right above it. That is the stand I was talking about that I bought at Hobby Lobby. And I probably paid like maybe $5 tops. And it was originally like 20 or something. So, and it, like I said, it doesn't necessarily look like Christmas. You can use it for other things. I have a big mirror there. The one that kind of looks like a platter from here that's sitting in front of the big case is actually another mirror. And those are actually black chargers with silver mirrors sitting on them with the pigments on top, the sample pigments. And then I have some pictures scattered amongst the things. I mean, I just have it's very eclectic, and, and I'll even play with the table the whole time I'm there. So, but I can use that same setup to do a party. I might do it a little bit different just so that I could get to my products a little bit easier when I'm showing them one at a time, because a lot of my products are inside that case that you can't see, because I don't want to show every single thing when I do an event. Now, the one next in the middle, that looks like it might have been a home party. You can see all the stuff is set out. It would have been easy to go 1, 2, 3 through this person has some products, maybe not all the products, or they just didn't bring everything to that, and that's fine. You can see you could do it with little or a lot. And in the last picture on the far right, those are the old samples from our old presenters kits. I'll be honest, I've already bought bigger sizes of all of them. I use my samples for events, but otherwise, like if I'm passing things around, a lot of times I'll use big size because they want to see what the real size looks like. But I really like that two-tier look. You want to give different heights when you do stuff. The actual party. And this is unfortunately the last slide that I have, so I'll be going off of this after this. Make sure you keep everybody engaged. How do you do that? There's many different ways to do that. When you get to the party, you actually want to show up an hour before. Why? Because you want to get set up and then you want to help your hostess with whatever she needs to set up. Then you also want to be there to make sure you greet every person who walks in the door. You want to, I have found that when they say their name, I repeat their name back to them. When I say their name out loud, it helps me remember better. And I might even make a name association in my head. If I come up with a really good one, I'll even tell them and make a joke about it. So, tell funny stories, show funny pictures while you're going through. You can even tell stories that have happened to other presenters or your upline or your downline. It's okay. You just say, I've got a presenter friend of mine, blah, blah, blah. I'll even give one for y'all to use that I use a lot. I was out of town for something totally unrelated to mascara, actually. And this was probably when I was fairly new with the business. And my husband, he loves to help me sell mascara. He is a true champ, and I'll tell you what, he'll do anything to help me, especially after I tell you the story, you'll understand what I mean. We own a martial arts school. So he was trying to sell the mascara to some of our Taekwondo students' parents. And so a couple of them said, well, and they thought he wouldn't do this, but they said, if you let us put it on you, we'll buy it. And darned if my husband did not let them put it on him. And not only that, he even took a picture and had them send it to me so that he could brag about the fact that he sold 5 mascaras while I was out of town. 5, ladies, 5. That is a real man because he wasn't worried about, his manlyhood. He was helping his wife. And those are customers I've got for life. It's awesome. So, just little stories like that. And I actually have the picture I could show, hold around and show people too. It's on my Instagram. I know I put it on my Facebook before. And my husband's, like I said, he's a pretty good sport because he knows I've posted it many, many times and it's been shared many times. So another way you can do, I know you've all been to home parties and you know how they'll use tickets. You're more than welcome to do that. You can ask them questions about Younique or the products or personal choices. Just try and make it thoughtful. And then obviously you have a drawing where somebody wins a prize. It could be a lip gloss, it could be a lip stain, it could be something that you won free as a kudos or whatever. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty. You want to mingle with people for probably about 10-15 minutes before you really start. Then you want to get into the guts of it. Then you want to start with, you can do this one of two ways. You can start with a freshly washed face for yourself if you're going to use yourself. Or you want to pick somebody who either never wears makeup or who hardly wears makeup. Then you're going to go step through step applying it. Now, if you decide to pass the face washes around, make sure you have everybody's attention before you do this, and make sure they are aware that this is face wash. Because I have told people that, and they have still not been paying attention, and they squeeze it out into their hand, and they start rubbing it on the back of their hand, and then they're like, "Oh, what is this?" And then they have to get up and go wash their faces, wash their hands, whatever, and it kind of interrupts the flow of the party. So, if you have that one person that needs to go wash their face to do their makeup, that's fine. But the passing around, the only thing I would probably pass it around for is just say, ladies, smell this, because we don't add extra fragrance to our products. So anything you smell from these things are natural ingredients. And then I would pass it around. You want to break things down into groups. Obviously, like, you do the skincare first. So I would do face wash, uplift, divine, glorious, and then if you want to throw the rose water in there as a toner, you can do that actually before right after you wash your face. But the rose water is toner, then uplift, then divine, then glorious. Then you need to decide how to do your makeup or the person's makeup. You need to decide if you're going to do all touch, or if you're going to do BB cream and concealer, or you're going to do BB and touch. I mean, the nice thing about our products is they're interchangeable. I don't know if you realize that. So, but you also need to know your products. If you're not sure about things, you need to understand and go to our website and read about each product. The BB cream, it is a tinted moisturizer. The touch creams, they are mineral foundations. One's a cream, one's a powder. You need to understand these things so that when you teach it, if you don't know how to highlight and contour, you need to go look it up on YouTube. I have my own videos for highlighting, contouring, but obviously, there are other ones as well. I learned mine when we went to convention last year, which is another plug for convention, ladies. Go to convention. You're going to learn all kinds of stuff, including makeup tricks. I rarely don't highlight and contour anymore because I've gotten to the point where I can do it pretty quickly. And some days I'll use my blending buds, some days I'll use my brushes, some days I'll use my sponges that are with the touch. It just depends. If I'm in a hurry, I do it one way or another. Certain things take longer. You need to practice that on yourself so that you understand what takes longer. But you want to do the thing that's going to upsell your stuff the most. So let's be honest. 2 BB creams and a concealer are going to be more of an upsell than 2 things of touch, a cream and a foundation. But then again, if they're going to get two colors of the touch cream to be able to highlight and contour, well, then maybe you've upsold that way. You just got to think it out, decide how you're going to do it. I've got all of those things, so I can at least pass them around and let them try it. If you've got the little product card, that's awesome. You can let them figure out which color is best for them if you don't already have all the colors yourself. I've got all 6 of the BB creams, or actually I've got 4 of them, and I've got 2 more coming right now. So now I'll be able to use them for all color skins. And if you are a beautiful African American lady, if you haven't already figured out, when you do highlighting and contouring, you're actually doing your regular color on your face, and then you're actually highlighting with a lighter color on the areas that we would do the exact opposite, kind of, like you're still using the lighter color in the same areas, but you're doing dark all over, and then you're lightening your areas. And I know that there are other presenters out there that you can watch their videos and learn. In fact, we probably have some ladies in our group that have already done that. So now the big part, when it gets to the mascara, show it on yourself. Then, or if you're going to have somebody do, you're doing the makeup for somebody, you need to ask them, are you going to buy the mascara? Because we do not sample the mascara, ladies. Big no-no. The reason is, and if you haven't already watched the Sherry Brown video, there are several reasons. First off, it's unsanitary. I don't care what anybody says, it's unsanitary. I had an aunt in Houston, Texas that went to a makeup counter, had all her makeup done, and got a horrible eye infection from this exact reason. So just, and it was a very reputable company, makeup company. Never, no, not going to do it. So if they are going to do it, that's great. If not, do it yourself or have the hostess do one eye with and one eye without, and then have her do her other eye in front of the people. You know, you want to make sure you show the drama, and do one coat and then do another coat. You know, just keep going, show them 2 or 3 coats. A lot of times I like to do, when I'm doing an example of myself, I will do half of my face in what I call church girl and the other half of my face in party girl. And what that means is I will do, say I'm using innocent and glamorous, which are, innocent is like a very light, these are matte colors. You can do the shimmers like this as well. I'm going to use that in my eyelid and up maybe on my eyebrow. And the glamorous I'm going to use in the crease. And I'm going to do them dry on one eye, and then I'm going to use my rose water and do them wet on the other eye so they can see the dramatic difference. And then I'll only put 1 coat of mascara on my church girl side, and then I'm going to put 2 coats of mascara on my other side. So actually, I'm going to go to the video now so you guys can actually see me. Let's see. There we go. And let's see. It's been a long day. My makeup looks better than sometimes it does. And I am actually wearing this sleek lip stain with Luxe, a little bit of Luxe on top. I have a hard time wearing the lip stains without lip gloss. I'm so used to having it all the time. So anyway, so now you're going to get everybody to try the mascara. If they're giving you a little bit of a hard time, well, I don't know if I want to buy it until I try it. Okay. There's a guarantee, right? So go ahead. But make sure they have the money sitting there, their credit card, their cash, their check, if you're willing to take a check. I usually say cash or credit unless it's a good friend of mine. Have it sitting there ready to go because you know they're going to buy it. You know they're going to buy it. But I like that option because they already know. Once they've tried it, they know it's a good product and you're good to go. You're solid. Then the rest of the products, you got a much easier time upselling. Not a problem. So while you're doing the party, you've already given them out these little sheets and you're telling them to make a wish list. Now, somebody told me that they tried that at a party and they were having trouble trying to get people to write down the names of products. So like I said, you can do the order form, which they can check mark off. It makes it really easy. Or if you don't have the order forms or you can't print them out, because they do not have them where you can purchase them, you have to print them out themselves. My suggestion is make it a game. Make it a game. If you remember those Dollar Tree items that I told you to buy, this is where they're going to come in. You want to tell them that if for every 5 items that they write down on their wish list that they like, they get to pick out of the beauty basket. And you have a basket and they can pick what they want. I don't care, or you can make it where they reach in and they can't see it. Either way, you are making it fun. You're making another game. So some of these ladies might have 20 things written down. That's okay. Make sure you have enough items for at least like 4 or 5 for each woman. I mean, because if they check mark everything, shoot. If that's the case, I'll give them a free lip stain or something and say, look, this is worth more than all the other stuff. Just go for it. But when you the time you get to that point is when you're actually going through the wish list for them. Now, why do you want them to make the wish list? The wish list is important because after you're done and you presented everything and everybody's oohed and awed, you are then going to have a private area, either in the next room or even in another room where you can shut the door. Although we're not pure romance, so not really worried about ladies buying sex toys and they're embarrassed in front of other people. But you would like to have them alone so that you can kind of, you're going to try and recruit them basically, especially if your friend has already decided to join. And that, I'm going to tell you how that works. So you are sitting down with one of the ladies. Say it's your first lady, and she has 5 items marked down. We'll make it really simple. She only marked 5. She's very shy, not really, not sure about this stuff. She did decide to buy the mascara. Okay, so you've got a $29 sale right there already. You're going to let her take that mascara home tonight if you have it on hand. Because if she signs up, she's already got her mascara in hand to go ahead and start a party as soon as she gets registered. And she can just give you the other mascara back when her kit comes in. Because you want to meet with these ladies again. This is not something that, oh, I met you once, I'm signing you up, I'm never talking to you again, I'm never going to see you. You want to make sure you try and have some team meetings when you start building your teams. So we're sitting down with her. We've got her wish list. And I'm going through and say she's got 2 colors of pigments. And she's got an eyeliner, a lip liner, and a lip gloss. Let's see. 2 pigments, an eyeliner, a lip liner. Yeah, that's 5. It comes up to 5. And you start looking at her and you're like, well, do you use anything for around your eyes? Would you be interested in something like Uplift or a moisturizer or whatever? You're going to try and upsell, but you're also going to try and sell them on the kit. That is the trick. So if she picked 2 pigments, 2 liners, and a lip gloss, those things are all in the new kit. Those are all in the new kit. And let's see. That'd be 25 for the 2 pigments, 30 for 2 of the liners, and 15 for lip gloss. So you're looking at, with the mascara and those 5 items, you're looking at a $99 sale. So you tell me, would they be an idiot not to buy the kit, or are they going to spend $99 plus tax and shipping and blah, blah, blah from you and not get all these extra great items? They're going to go for the kit. And the best part is kidnappers. It's okay to have a kidnapper because sometimes kidnappers end up being your best people. And even if they're not a consistent, elite, going for it all, most of the time, those people are still going to purchase products every 3 months in the amount of $125 so they can stay active and not get terminated. They will do it for the discount. And once they start trying more products, they may be more interested in selling. So the first thing you want to do is try and get the kit in their hands, get them signed up. So now you see why it's important to try and get your hostess signed up if possible. Now, say she doesn't want to purchase. Excuse me. The next step you're going to go for is you're going to try and find a collection that fits her needs. Excuse me. And that is going to be the greatest part of the in-person party. I know, that one of the hardest things to do is to get ladies to purchase collections in a group party online. It just doesn't happen. You might get a collection if you're lucky down the line. I'm so sorry, guys. But it is very, very rare, unless you've got people buying the kudos bundle or something like that. It is very rare when someone right off the bat on their first sale is going to buy a collection. It's just unheard of. When it is, we're like, Hail Mary. Okay. That's, that is, yeah, we love those, but it's not going to happen. It will happen at home parties. Let me ask you something. When you go to most home parties, are you not one of those people that in your head you go, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm going to go support my friend. I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to buy anything. And then you end up buying $50, $100, $150, $200. Oh gosh, I just signed up because that kit's awesome. You can't tell me that you haven't been in that position, because it is an emotional buy. And that is what we are doing. You want to produce emotions in these people. You want them to feel like they can't live without these products. Now, it is up to you. You can make bundle discounts on your own. If it's your own party, or if you talk to the hostess ahead of time and explain that you will give her other little prizes on the side, you can make up your own bundles, and give a little discount here and there. That's okay. We're not allowed to advertise these things on our personal Facebook walls, but we are allowed to offer that kind of thing when it's in a private setting. Say you want to do the mascara, a liner, and a lip gloss, and that would be $29 and $59, right? So say you want to do it for $55 or $50. Try and call it the mother's bundle, mama on the go, or just anything. You can come up with something fun. So what kind of other things, does anybody have any questions about what I've said so far? I've got the chat turned on, so you guys are more than happy to start asking questions to make sure I don't forget anything. And I'm going to look through my notes that I had on my phone real quick. Here are some ideas of some themes that you can do for some parties. You can obviously do your own coming out launch party, or you do a coming out launch party for somebody that you sign up. That's the deal. Lashes and lattes, moms groups, makeup 101, mimosas and mascara, or mimosas and makeup, and make it a brunch. Wine and shine party. I like that one because our new makeup wipes, they're called Shine, and I bet that's backwards. But these are great now to have on hand because people can take off their makeup and try things on too right there at the party, and so you're getting into products. Makeup 101 sessions for beginners. We don't have to be licensed cosmetologists to just show basic makeup things, and you can learn all kinds of stuff from YouTube. That's where I've learned most of my makeup tips, and then I just redo my own videos from stuff that I've learned. Yeah, I know, my neck looks fat from this angle. Does that look better? We're always having to get the good selfie look. This was another good idea. Makeup sessions for professionals. Get a makeup professional who's actually licensed, and if you can get somebody to sign up who's a makeup professional, have a group party for other makeup professionals where this person is displaying and going through all the makeup steps. Ladies, I don't know if you understand how high quality our products are. If you look at our brushes versus another direct sales company, and I won't say what their name are, but their initials are MK. I used to have all their brushes. They are nowhere near, I mean, like not even half the level of quality that our brushes are. Our brushes are fantastic, and if you don't have them, work on getting them, because I'm telling you, your makeup will be 100 times better if you have our brushes. And we have those new collections, get them half price, whatever, or if you need your PRS, buy them full price, use a little Y cash, whatever, get them. All right, and themed home parties. Themed home parties can be seasonal. You can have a Halloween party. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do a pre-Halloween party and have some people come in. You can even have them bring their kids and do some faces of some characters. For Halloween, I did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. One of the girls at my school wanted to be and I told her I couldn't do her whole face green. I mean, that just wasn't possible. So what we did is I made a mask with the Regal, the bright purple, and I went and I looked up and I found a mask online that I did a copy of, and I did it all around. I did her eyes, and then I just used our green eyeliner that we have now, and I lined her lips, and I put the green shimmer lip on the pigments on her lips, and then I put clear gloss over. That stuff lasted all day. I put it on her at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. She went to school with it, and at 3:30 in the afternoon, she still had it on. That is a testament to how awesome our makeup is. But I was able to show people how to do makeup. What was another one I did? Oh, I did my daughter for Halloween. I drew a snowman. I used our eyeliners. I drew a snowman. I drew snowflakes, and she went as Elsa. She had the dress, but I really did her face up really different and neat. And trust me, I am no artist, so I just winged it. Now, this is a really, really good topic, and I learned this at the training last weekend. 3 top reasons people do not book parties. And once you hear them, you're going to go, yep, that's right. That's right. First of all, you didn't ask. You did not ask them if they wanted to book a party. Because guess what? If you don't ask the question, then the answer is undoubtedly no. Big no. Because how does somebody say yes if you don't ask? So, you have to ask. Ask them straight out by messaging them, calling them, texting them, whatever. Do not post on social media. If anyone would like to have a party, contact me. They won't. You have to actually directly ask them, period. Second reason is they cannot make a decision. People are just indecisive. I hate to say it. Or they'll be wishy-washy. Oh, I might, I'm not. You got to nail them down. And most of the time, that indecision comes from number 3, which is fear. They fear that no one is going to show up to their party if they ask, and your fear is that no one's going to show up to the party, so you don't ask. I mean, there's fear from both sides. So, you have to ask them yes or no questions. You have to nail them down on a specific date. You need to get that done. You need to keep in contact with them for several weeks before. Give them enough time, and keep asking. Keep asking. Once a week. If it's 4 weeks out, say, okay, by next week, you got a week to get your list together that you're going to ask. You want to ask 20 to 30 people, because only maybe, if you're lucky, a third will show up. Even if you only get 5 or 6, trust me, if you can make $100 sale off of each person in a 5 or 6 person party, Hello? That is awesome hostess rewards or a whole bunch of new presenters. So, never be afraid of some low numbers. All you got to do is make sure they buy big. And now, some people may have some big parties. You just never know. Also, ask them why they're fearful of not having a party. Maybe you might be able to alleviate their fears, and give them a choice on how they want it run. Um, ask them if they want to do it from being a presenter, or if they want games involved. Let them be involved, because the more comfortable they are, and then the more comfortable everybody's going to be at the party. You also want them to at least try the products, even if it's that night, even if they're the person that you put them on, but they have to at least agree to buy the mascara, or you give them one free for a certain number of sales, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. I do not want you guys to miss. Okay, I already did all this. We're moving along. Already did that. Always make sure you have some sort of information packet to give out for recruiting. Take some blitz cards, obviously. You can always make a few pigment samples to give to them while they're waiting for the products to come in. I wouldn't give them to them until you make the sale, though. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I think I'm almost done. I am not going to get into vendor shows, because that is a whole different another ball game, and I got all kinds of stuff for that. Okay, I'm trying to see, is the chat box enabled? It looks like it is. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody? Bueller? Did I give you enough of a clear ending for how to finish a party? And was I clear about the necklaces? Maybe I should go into that just a little bit more. With the necklaces, throughout the party, you're going to say, okay, for anybody who books a party with me tonight, you get your choice of a free eyeliner or free lip gloss. And if you do the paparazzi thing, and you get your choice, you get to keep the necklace and the earrings. And if we can get 3 parties booked tonight, our hostess will get an additional whatever you want to give her. Set of blending buds, whatever. Ladies, I get all kinds of free stuff from what I do. And I use it. And I buy, my Y cash, my stuff. So, if that's why lash buckets are so great. Put a lash bucket together. Send it with a friend. If you sell these 7 mascaras at work, you got 3 days. Bring it back. You get the mascara free yourself. You get one, one free. You just did a qualifying party, so it doesn't matter. They would have gotten, $20.30 in Y cash anyway, and a half price item. Well, instead, you get that under your name and just give them a mascara. So, gee, you just gave up $9. Not a big deal. You want to think outside the box. Julie, do you have any questions? Because I see you put yes, and I'm kind of expanding on it. You can do, this is something I just realized I didn't go into. You can do home parties any way you choose. This is your business. You run it the way you want to. I am just giving you some tips, and I've gotten these tips from all kinds of different places. I have used all of them in some aspect. Put them all together, and you got a kick butt party. One of the things you want to close with, you need to figure out before the party starts, First of all, if your hostess is going to be a presenter, if she is, try and obviously get people signed up. If she wants to sign up, she needs to make a decision before you get to the table where you are signing other people up, because you need to be able to go ahead and sign them up that night. And because it doesn't take long. And sign them up, get them started, and move to the next person. And just say, look, I'm going to put you in to my group, and we will have a small little session where we'll get together and we'll go over everything together. Don't do it there, because obviously you want to get all the sales in. Or you can find out, if for people who want to be presenters, can you wait a few minutes while I finish with the other ladies, and then the new people I will sit down with and talk. One way or the other. But you also have to decide if you want to input their orders right there into the computer, into one party, and then they're paying, whatever. Everybody saves on free shipping, because you should have enough to make that. But it's only going to be one party, and then have it all delivered to your hostess. Or take all their orders, write up everything, take their money by credit card. You should have a PayPal account, or a Square with a credit slider. You don't, it doesn't cost you very much at all to do it. It's well worth it. You need to decide if you want to do that. You're going to take all checks, you're going to take cash, blah, blah, blah. And then you turn the party in yourself. And then you offer the hostess whatever free products worth of the Y-Cash. Because what you're going to do, you are going to work it in your party to figure out how you get the most product for the smallest amount of dollar that you spend. And you can you can do that at home. You can figure it out and still turn the party in that night or the next morning, and get everything done, including your hostess, if you do it like a traditional party, like all the other direct sales do. So, I mean, you have a lot of different ways to do this. But you need to decide right from the start, do I want to recruit at this party, or is this strictly going to be a home direct sales home party? And that is up to you. And it doesn't hurt to try something. If it doesn't work, get better at the next one. Get better at the next one. Let me tell you, the best home party people, I bet they stunk the first time they ever did it. Now, you might be good at speaking, so you might be able to pull it off, but it takes a little practice. And I definitely recommend, if you are not used to speaking in front of people, get in front of the mirror or video record yourself. Get a selfie, one of those little sticky things. You can look them up on Amazon. They're called Selfie, Cellfy. I know it's goofy, but it's like this little thing that sticks to the back of your phone. It's got suction cups in it, suction cups to your mirror, and that way you don't have to hold your mirror and you can do videos. It's great. But that way, do a recording of yourself and then watch it and fix what you don't like. If you're talking too fast, slow down. If you're not talking fast enough, speed up. If you're saying but work that out before you get in front of people. Those are just classic things that people will sit there and start paying attention to how many times you say the word and or instead of to what you're trying to tell them. I know you guys probably got distracted when I was coughing. That's a perfect example, and I really apologize for that. So try and avoid the distractions. Keep them to a minimum. Now, does anybody have any more questions or any great ideas that they can add to this? I think some of y'all are on phones, so you probably can't even add. If we come up with more great ideas, if I get messaged, I can do short little videos and add them into our team page. Oh, I almost forgot. This is a great one, and actually, Kim Mingo actually said this before Ella Whitaker did on Saturday, and kudos for her, because this was great. when you first start the party, if this is going to be a traditional party and you're not trying to recruit, have everybody pull out their cell phones, and you're going to have them type in your phone number, and then they're going to call, and whoever your phone answers their phone first wins a prize or wins a ticket, or however you plan on doing that. Then you tell everybody, now that you already have my phone number, let's take the next minute and I want you to put my information in there. You're going to put my name, and then on the company info, you're going to say the crazy lash lady, or, my nickname is the crazy mascara lady. I have that on my business cards. I put it on my website. If you look up whiplashbash.com, my website will pop up, Beth Dunkerson, the crazy lash lady. Or like crazy mascara lady. People just know me by that. Brand yourself. Come up with a crazy name, Christie's is too fabulash. Oh, I'm doing the see. Kim is the what is it? The fabulous lash flamingos, because her last name's Mingo. I mean, give them something to remember you by, and they can even put in your website in there, but make sure they have your phone, your website, whatever. And your website, to have something simple is the best way. If you need to know about that, go to and look on the YouTube for the domain name. But yeah, that's a great game, and now they have your number. You're now their mascara lady or their makeup lady, whatever. So in review, you want to have the most awesome parties you can. You want to try and upsell as much as possible. You want to try and be confident. Our products are awesome, so be confident in what you sell. Feel good about your presence there. Don't I mean, sure, you're going to be a little nervous, but the more you do this, the easier it gets. Much easier. Try and wrap it up. Like I said, 15 minutes for mingling, 45 minutes for product, maybe a little bit more if it takes it. And if they're enjoying themselves, it's okay if it takes a little bit longer. Try not to go too much over an hour. People's brains start shutting down. Their butts start getting sore. They're ready to get up and walk. Let's see. Then you're going to do the sales one at a time. Try and make them quick, though. Don't take too much time, because if you've ever been to a home party, that's where it's excruciating, when you're the one waiting and you're waiting. So work on that. Try and get it down. But if you do the collections and you can sell them on that quick, bam, bam, bam. Oh, what color do you want? This. And have answers. Like, look at them and, oh, well, with your coloring, you got green eyes, so the purples look great. The browns look great. And to be honest, with green eyes, you can wear any color, but those are your really good colors. With blue eyes, you want to know that browns look really good. Try and stay away from the actual blue eyeshadows with blue. They don't tend to look or pop as much. If you have new products, make sure you take them. Let them try them. And I think that's it. I think I got a lot of information in, and I've kept you on here for an hour, so we're done. We're done. I'm going to go cough my head off and go to bed. Love you guys. If you have any questions or you have any suggestions, you know how to get in touch with me. Message me. Let me know. I'll do some extra little few-minute videos. I'd love it. So you guys are great. Talk to you later, and go sell, sell, sell.